Welcome to this place called Earth and the project Somatic Inversions, Behavioural Manipulation and Linguistics. In this short prelude to Arc 4, Language as Nervous System Code, we examine and explore how language becomes the operating system of the nervous system itself, how words regulate physiology, shape emotional states, and mediate safety or threat. Words don't just communicate, they regulate before a word reaches the mind, it hits the body. Your breath changes, your heart shifts, your muscles tighten or soften, your nervous system tilts towards safety or threat. This happens milliseconds before the brain interprets meaning. Linguists call this precognitive language processing. Polyvagal researchers, like Stephen Porges, call it neuroception, your body's ability to detect safety or danger without conscious evaluation. Meaning is not the first thing we experience. State is, that is the first inversion. Tone is the real grammar of human communication. Language scholars, such as Dan Siegel and Deb Dana, have shown that meaning is only a fraction of communication. The rest is tone, rhythm, pitch, cadence, breath, pacing, and tension behind the words. These elements form a type of linguistic nervous system. A sentence can be soothing or weaponized depending solely on the way it is delivered. For example, a come here, spoken softly, a come here, spoken with hesitancy, a come here, spoken harshly, or a come here, spoken angrily. The same words, but each tone and delivery creates different worlds. Unfortunately, the AI software is unable to inflect tone. Your body responds to the music of language before your mind reacts to the message. The body interprets words through biology, not logic. Phrases like calm down, relax, you're overreacting. It's not a big deal, may seem harmless on the surface, but somatically, these phrases trigger tightening in the chest, vagal withdrawal, sympathetic activation, a sense of not being seen, and defensive posturing. Because the nervous system hears these phrases as, you're unsafe, you're alone with this. This is why arguments escalate even when the language appears reasonable. Words are never neutral. They either co-regulate or dysregulate. They bring bodies together or push them apart. Language can hide the truth or reveal it. As we evolved as a species, we became conditioned to subtle linguistic mechanisms that signal threat or belonging. Some examples include covert hostility, phrases such as I'm fine, whatever, or you do what you want. Performative warmth, I just want what's best for you, or I'm only saying this because I care. Boundary erosion disguised as care, you don't have to ask, or I know you better than you know yourself. Each of these phrases carries a hidden emotional payload. Researchers in conversational analysis call this metacommunication, the message beneath the message. The body hears the deeper layer, intention. Collective language shapes collective states. Political theorists, such as George Lakoff, have argued that language activates neural frames, patterns that structure perception. When governments or institutions repeat phrases like stay safe, enemy, we must protect our democracy, we stand together, a national threat or crisis, they are not just informing the public, they are regulating the public nervous system. Fear-based language activates chronic sympathetic states. Unity-based language activates bonding neurochemistry. Moral language activates identity-driven obedience. This is not a metaphor, it's physiology. Relational language determines the quality of connection. Couples don't break down because they stop loving each other. They break down because their linguistic patterns create chronic dysregulation, criticism, contempt, dismissive phrasing, passive-aggressive tone, emotional minimizing, and shame-based language. Psychologist John Gottman found that negative linguistic patterns predict relational collapse with over 90% accuracy. Why, you might ask? Because the body cannot feel safe in the presence of hostile language. If safety disappears, love cannot function. Language is the delivery system of co-regulation. A calm tone can downshift another person's physiology. A warm phrase can settle their breath. A gentle narrative can soften their fear. A validating sentence can bring someone back into their own body. Words are regulation. Words are relational touch at a distance. And in a world drowning in noise, we've forgotten the simplest truth. Language is a nervous system technology. It can wound, bind, confuse, control, empower, or heal, depending on how it is used. The inversion we were taught that language is rational, communication is intellectual, words are tools of the mind. To close this short prelude, the inversion is, language is somatic. Your nervous system interprets tone long before your mind interprets meaning. Words don't describe reality, they create physiological states. To understand human behavior, you must understand the language beneath language.